The weeks surrounding Christmas and New Year's feel like a jumble of days where you don't know what day it is, what time it is, or what schedule you're supposed to be following. We decided to go to the cabin, where it doesn't even feel like Christmas time. Honestly, it feels like late October, but it is absolutely beautiful with this fog and the eerie feels of the nature around us. We're longing for snow, but enjoying what we have at the time. How's the fire?
It's going.
Unfortunately, we do not have a wine cork opener thinger. Corey is getting creative. Probably don't try this at home. Wow, did it go in?
Yep.
Holy cow.
Alright, get your cup. Oh, I got wine all over.
I grabbed our mugs.
I need to kill your stick. What you making?
Macaroni and cheese for dinner. Macaroni and cheese with wine. That's our classy dinner we're having. Today is January 22nd, 2023.
Which also happens to be my dad's birthday. So we know you watch our videos. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Brian.
Hope you had a great day. And we're back!
This week at the cabin, it is warmer than it should be, but it feels chilly because the air is so wet. It's December, but there's no snow. It really does feel like a fall day, like a chilly fall day. But it's been foggy, rainy.
Apparently they're still hunting around here.
I think it's still fall. It's been foggy and rainy and wet. There are little water droplets on the branches, and it's kind of a really cool, eerie day, but much different than what it looked like. Much different than what it looked like last year this time. We plan to put up paneling in the cabin this weekend, like the whole ceiling, hopefully. It's ambitious, yes, but I think we could do the whole ceiling if we really want to today. I was pretty sick the early part of this week, but I'm feeling better now. So we came to the cabin. We got here last night, and it was a really foggy, eerie night last night too. But we had a really nice evening, and now we're ready to work on the cabin today. The paneling in the ceiling is gonna be so nice to have that all finished. Right now you can tell the insulation is coming down in some places. It's getting a little bit destroyed. Before we put in all of this paneling, we're gonna finish that triangle up there that still needs paneling. Corey is cutting some boards to install up there as we speak.
Something at least 30 inches long there. Be nice if it was 42-ish, 40.
30 and 42?
Is it getting warm up here yet?
It is warm, but I like it.
You like it?
Oh, that
I
one's...
don't know if the longer ones will make it in one shot or not.
What happened to this one? Alright, we're done up here.
Let's get that one.
Yeah, then what? The ceiling? Holy cow! And then give me the broom.
You're running low on ranch.
Always.
We brought salad pre-made from home. We're gonna have that with banana.
Perfect use of our veggies and pepperonis. Just kind of butchered it. Tried to cut it at your angle. Ugh, it's horrible. Our lovely homesawed lumber cracked. Might work. Might be a nail. Ah!
I just cut this board outside and beveled the edge, but turns out the board is like very bowed, so it doesn't work. We're gonna have to cut it down. Corey's looking for a board that's not quite as bowed. It is looking so nice in our cabin.
Right there is 8 feet.
8 feet? That looks good. Baby, oh, you're such a baby. We did that side a ways, but we can't really keep going because all of the wood up in the loft is kind of in the way. So instead of moving the wood, we just decided to start on this side. And so far we're about 3 boards high all the way across the loft. And then once we have this side all the way up to the ceiling, we can take all those boards and move them that way and then finish this side.
Here's one for you.
Thank you. So the GoPro ran out of battery when we were doing a time lapse of this. I don't know how much we missed, but so far we have gotten all of this done on this side and then a tiny little bit done on this side. This part right here isn't so bad, but in the loft, it is so, like the angle here is really steep. It was really hard to get the first few layers of boards here. Very frustrating. But now that it's up a little bit higher, I think this will go pretty quick. It is taking us much longer than anticipated, as usual. So it's getting dark outside. So obviously, we're not gonna keep cutting boards in the dark like this. So this is where we're at. There's definitely still more to go to get up to the peak of the roof, but it's getting dark outside. It's not really safe to cut boards outside. Hi. Hi. As always, we didn't quite get as much done as we would have liked today. A few of the boards we just completely didn't use as they were. We wanted these long 8-foot pieces, but with how warped it was, there was just no way. So we had to cut them down into smaller pieces. We just couldn't use it as a long piece. So we'd put it up, try really hard for a while to get it to fit, realize this isn't gonna work, take it down, cut it, put it back up in smaller pieces. Took a lot of time. And also the corner in the loft is so tight. It was hard, those first couple boards, to get it in. And even now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boards high on the walls in the loft, it's not fun. Sitting up against a wall that is like this, and you're like putting the board on right here, and you've got to be close so you can see that it's pounded down far enough and the boards are fitting together.
Definitely tested our patience,
Yeah,
and our teamwork, and our
that was not fun.
energy.
Not all tasks are fun, obviously. Not everything about building the cabin is going to be fun. It's really nice right now looking at the progress we made, but that was not a fun task.
Obviously, we don't want too many joints in all the wood, so we try to use as long of pieces as possible, but it was a lot of picking and choosing and working with what we have. And we didn't work on it all day. We went to town and we got coffee and breakfast and did a little thrift shopping.
Yeah.
We got ourselves a Christmas tree stand for next year, so
Yes.
we are set.
Yes. So, we didn't wake up bright and early and spend the whole day doing it, that's for sure.
If we get sick of working on the ceiling, we could trim out a window. Or 2, or 3, or 5. We have a lot of windows to trim yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you want brats?
Yeah.
Okay.
We filled this large water kettle with water and heated it on the stove, and then we went outside and helped each other wash our hair and clean up a little bit, as we'd been at the cabin for 2 days and kind of felt gross, but our shower is winterized. So this was our solution, and it worked very well for at least helping us clean up a little bit.
Mine's funner. There's a chipmunk.
You want the ladder? That's a flying squirrel, babe.
Is that a flying squirrel?
Yeah,
How do you know?
because it's not a chipmunk. It's a flying squirrel.
You sure it's not a bat?
Yep, I'm positive. That's a flying squirrel.
What is the difference between a flying squirrel and a squirrel?
They got more skin attached to their legs.
Do we have a flying squirrel in our cabin?
There's a flying squirrel in our cabin. You can tell it's kind of got a wider, flatter body.
Well, what do we do?
I suppose we throw a Colt's blanket at it and try to trap it and get it out.
Okay.
Sounds like there's something else. It's gonna fly down here. Actually, you want to go up there and get Colt's blanket?
Yeah.
Are you staying up there? Okay, I gotta get the ladder. Unless you think I can stand on your stool and throw it.
I don't know, you're gonna freak it out.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be freaked out. Maybe use the light.
Man, that thing can climb straight up a wall. It's like a bat.
Straight up the wall?
Yeah, it went straight up the wall. No issue. Oh my gosh, it's gonna go up the wall more.
Probably gonna fly.
Corey's plan is to throw the blanket on the squirrel. I don't think you're gonna get it to detach from the wall. Don't get bit. We'd have to go get rabies shots.
Yeah, that would kind of suck.
So my memory card ended up being full at the wrong time. We opened the door to try and get the squirrel to go out the door. It was like right there, really close to the door, but we think he was too afraid of our dog. And the squirrel ended up climbing straight up the wall, like Spider-Man style, and then into the little hole at the peak there. That little spot right there.
Cool.
So now we've got an antsy dog and a hiding squirrel that did not make it outside. But I have a feeling he knows how to get outside from there.
We haven't seen the squirrel since that encounter. I think between us and our dog, we really did scare the little guy, and hopefully he's moved on to another warm and cozy location. We understand that being in the wilderness, we will always have little creatures in and around our cabin, hopefully fewer in our cabin, but anyway. This morning, I decided to make some coffee and then warm up some leftover rice pudding that we had made a few days prior. It ended up being a nice and cozy breakfast that's nice and filling before we started doing some more work on the cabin.
The rice pudding that we made is actually, we made it to use the leftovers from horchata that we made. We went to a Hispanic grocery store and food store recently and had their fresh horchata and thought it was the most amazing thing ever. So we made our own. It turned out pretty good, and then we had a whole bunch of leftover rice and cinnamon, so we turned it into rice pudding at home and brought it here to have for breakfast. Well, I guess Corey made the horchata. I made the rice pudding. Breakfast is ready.
We made a lot of progress on the ceiling, and though this part hasn't been my favorite part of the cabin build, it's one of the most satisfying pieces. Putting up the boards layer by layer by layer and watching the cabin transform and look from an unfinished place to the most cozy, warm, and beautiful ceiling and cabin has been super rewarding. Corey and I worked together to cut all of these pieces for this back kind of corner of the cabin because we wanted to create a nice cozy space up there, at least one half of the loft, so that Ethan could have a nice place to stay when the kids came with us to the cabin the next weekend.
So it's raining outside. We don't want to bring all of our nice tongue and groove boards outside to cut because the rain will wash the finish off. So we're bringing the sawhorses inside and we're gonna cut here. So it's gonna be kind of messy in here and sawdusty, but that's why we put this up to try and protect this window and the stuff behind it. But it's gonna be dusty.
How far is it to the edge of the outlet?
18 and a quarter.
Okay.
18 and a quarter.
And then one of those wires should be outside of the wall and one should be in.
Thank you so much for watching this video and being here with us on our cabin journey. It means a lot to us that so many of you have subscribed, and we love hearing from you in the comments. See you next time.